Over the past few years, I've talked about many weird and disturbing YouTube channels. Some of these have been around for quite a long time, sprouting up some mysteries in an era of confusion. One of these I mentioned in the past is 01A51CD0, which made various cryptic ARG videos back in late 2011, and seemingly ended. Then almost 8 years later, it came back bigger than ever. Something similar has happened with the bizarre channel Beeblefoxx, which made a series of videos in 2013, slowly faded away, only for word to spread recently about who this man truly was, and how horrible their actions are. Today we'll be diving deeper into Beeblefoxx, to finally expose him for the monster he is. Just to let you know, I'm separating these chapters by what we knew at the time, so first as of 2013, then 2016, then now. Our story begins on January 9th, 2013, with the creation of a channel called Beeblefoxx. I don't know what that name means, but Beeble is the name of these small homunculus creatures from Magic the Gathering, which could possibly have something to do with it. Or not, just felt like pointing that out. Also, all the videos on the channel are privated, which seems to have happened around 2020. All that's left is his channel banner, a Vimeo link that leads to another source of no videos, and his description, which reads, "The Beeblefoxx Broadcasting Corporation, BBC, is a British Virgin Islands public service broadcaster headquartered at Broadcasting House in the city of Banana, Congo. It is the largest broadcaster in the world, with about 2 staff. Its main responsibility is to provide public service broadcasting in the internets, Virgin Islands, and Isle of Butts." If you can't tell from that, this channel was very comical, and could come off as hilarious as much as it was creepy. Even though most of Beeble's videos are hard to find, I will briefly describe the known ones. The first was called Grand Theft TheOrangeCitrus, where he reviews the 4th Grand Theft audio game. He vents backstories for various characters and follows one in particular around. Beeble names him Jesse, saying that he stole his girlfriend. The game is paused and he shows various photos of what could be Jesse, saying that if Beeble can't have this girl, nobody can. He then goes on to murder this Jesse character in the game, and then starts beating up police officers. That in itself is normal for the game, but the backstory part is a bit odd.
Why are you hurting me? No, I'm doing society a favor. No, this is the right thing to do.
But what's more odd are the photos in his room, taped to his wall. They are all the same person, the titular TheOrangeCitrus as mentioned in the title. The next video was called FJ9001 Crafting Homemade Fleshlight Tutorial. I wish this could be fake, holy shit. This is a title I would expect from How to Basic, but maybe this could be similar. Beeple decides to make this out of a can of Pringles, Jello, a bottle, tape, an adhesive, scissors, plastic bags, and a Bluetooth USB dongle. There are some other things he uses though, being a small cutout of a naked woman, and the face of a young girl, the same one plastered all over his wall. He tapes both of these to the homemade fleshlight to complete his apparent masterpiece.
Bluetooth is actually completely wire-free, wireless, so you just have to stick it on there. There's no wires involved at all. Then it will now be fully compatible and plug into your computer, no problems.
Another video uploaded to the channel is called Unboxing My Daughter, which starts a saga of Beeble doing weird things with his life-size doll. In this one, he unboxes it and begins calling it Orange, along with saying other weird and creepy things to it.
Oh, aren't you beautiful? Such a pretty little daughter. We're gonna have such a good time, Orange. Oh, pretty orange, oh, beautiful orange. Orange. Anyway, she's my daughter.
He sees this as his daughter, yeah, and towards the end of the video he places the doll's hand near his crotch, insinuating that it wants to touch him there. He declines this and goes to bed. During this, the doll goes to his typewriter to say, "Daddy, I want soda. Let me drink soda." Beeble says no, as it will upset someone named Jimmy, whoever that is. He wakes up again to see Orange in the corner of his room with a pile of soda beside her. He scolds her and throws soda at the doll before apologizing. The most popular video on the channel was called A Furry Rebirthing, which I covered in episode 3 of Disturbing YouTube Videos and Channels back in 2019. It's one of the more absurd videos ever uploaded to the platform, just ever. I mean, it begins with Beeble taking a saw and cutting off the doll's legs before explaining himself. He joined a furry cult on the deep web called the Indian Spirit Community. More of his physical form is shown in the video, but his face is censored with a black bar. He uses the same saw to cut off the doll's head, which he apologizes for, but he has to do this so the doll can be reborn. For a majority of the video after this, a creepy and eerie song starts playing. This is actually a slowed down version of Creep by Radiohead, if you're curious. It's done by a YouTuber named Claire Abbott, who he must have been a fan of as she was shown in his public subscriptions.
I wish I was special. I'm so very special. You're so very special.
The head is then shown attached to the body of a stuffed dog, which he must have previously decapitated. Beeble then says hi to who he refers to as beastforum.com, which is a legit website for sickos interested in bestiality. I don't want to explain what that is.
Wave to the people. Hi, beastforum.com. Storm is your new name, Orange Storm.
After all that, the video ends showing two furries seemingly about to have sex. One of them is shown bending over, and the other, possibly Beeble himself, seems to moan Orange's name. Most other videos are unknown and lost, with one possibly being called She Walks in Beauty, another being vaguely described as involving Jessie, Orange, and Beeble wearing a fox head. Oh, and there's a deleted Vimeo clip called Crafting Easter Island Health Plugs. After August of 2013, he never seemed to upload again. Not many were aware of this account, but that would change over the next few years. So now that we've gone into who Beeblefoxx is at a surface level, let's dive deeper into things. First, we must discuss TheOrangeCitrus, who was the girl Beeble mentioned and has pictures of. She has her own YouTube channel, which was created in early 2012, a full year before his channel was created. Her first video was made not too long after, where she even mentioned Beeble. His name was in the title, but I couldn't gather much information from this upload. Orange mainly just rambles on, and it is hinted that the two might have had some sort of relationship.
You would know who Beeblefoxx is if you would know what he is like and how he acts and everything. Beeblefoxx is now my new best friend, because Beeblefoxx is Beeblefoxx. You should really meet Beeblefoxx. Beeblefoxx is very much fun.
She regularly uploaded for about a year until early 2013, with her not posting for a long time after that. All of her old content isn't really too important to the story, just standard content a young girl like her would make.
But I guess now I'm formally thanking you. Thank you so much. It was so sweet. It is so cute. I love it very much, and I'm putting it like with the rest of my unicorns.
It is heavily implied that Beeble is fetishizing her, which is horrid as it's implied she's around 16 at the time. I mean, he even taped an image of her to his fleshlight. Could this all be fake and the two are working together, or is this man actually creeping on this underage teenager? Well, the story got bigger in early 2016 with two videos made by Scare Theater, a well-known and respected creator in the YouTube horror community. In part 1, he similarly analyzes all of Beeble's videos before ending on his own theories. Scare Theater was able to find the Tumblr account of Orange, who had someone ask her about the Beeble. She says, "Yo yo yo, what do you know?" This confused me looking back, as it implied she doesn't know who Beeble is despite making a video about him, but I think I know why this is, and it has something to do with the Scare Theater video. You see, he reached out to Orange to get some more definite answers, which she obliged. In it, Orange describes how she met Beeble through TinyChat when she was just 15. Beeble is not what he usually goes by, he's a character, one that the two collaborated on together. He censored a lot of it around her videos and she would bounce off ideas, but Beeble would make some of these videos too sexual, with the She Walks in Beauty one going too far, as Orange was recorded without her permission. That and an animated sex video which is viewable, but Beeble deleted those to get back on her good side. Things would continue with both planning on eventually meeting in real life at one point. That never happened and the two eventually stopped talking for personal reasons. It seemed that Orange's first video was actually unlisted for a time to not ruin the story, but maybe I'm wrong. Now from this, it's gathered that this is fully fake. Beeble is a character meant to seem creepy, and the person behind it is not actually like this. It's an ARG with a twisted story that didn't really go anywhere. She prefixed that after this she wanted to be left alone, for no one to ever ask her about this again, and that seemed to stick after 2016, with Beeblefoxx in general not being talked about as much anymore, just occasionally when discussing weird and unusual YouTube content. But the story didn't actually end here, with TheOrangeCitrus herself coming out to explain things even further. TheOrangeCitrus would start a live stream on November 15th, 2019. In it, she fully went into her side of the story, no bullshit, just the truth into her actual relationship. But first, around the 7-minute mark, she goes on a tangent about Scare Theater, who she claims didn't do enough research into Beeblefoxx, that Orange made it very clear through her Tumblr that this was all an ARG, and that he got a few things wrong, like claiming that his name was Justin because a box of CDs said Justin Timberlake on the front.
Scare Theater did not do any research in this case. In the case of Beeblefoxx and me, he did no research, because if he did, he'd have known a long time ago by watching some of the first videos that Beeblefoxx and I did that it was an ARG. You would have known. But he didn't do enough sleuthing. He didn't find enough what he there was evidence. There was tons of evidence. I posted about it being an ARG constantly on my Tumblr. Constantly. He could have found so much more stuff than he actually found. It's out there. I swear, I promise you, it is out there.
In my opinion, she's right about this, but I don't fully blame him for things either. I mean, the guy was 16 and this was one of his earliest videos. Now, this live stream was mainly about her experiences through TinyChat and how she was pretty much groomed on there by several men. Reminder, she was 15 at the time and they wanted to see her in risque positions. It even seemed that they talked behind her back and secretly hated her.
It was like they wanted their own personal little YouTube pop figure. And that was gonna be me or something. It was so fucking bizarre. And again, I don't have any screen caps, but these people did this shit to me for months. Months they did this shit to me. Where they were trying to control me, pretending to be my friend, and then saying these awful, terrible things about me behind my back in their little group. And some of these people are probably watching right now.
One of those men was Beeblefoxx, and she describes the events and ideas that led to the ARG's creation. Also, her YouTube persona wasn't 100% accurate to who she really was. In total, the livestream is 45 minutes long and feels like an introduction for what's to come. Orange would eventually start posting on her community tab, sharing her findings of lesser-known Beeblefoxx content. Next, we should discuss the follow-up video she released on May 5th, 2021, going more into detail about Beeble. The description states, "This isn't a joke. Beeblefoxx/Donnie/Charlie/Beeblefoxx/Matthew is a predator, also known as Eyehole Man and Noob Server. He targets vulnerable young teen girls. He grooms them into believing they're in a relationship or friendship. He's made child porn. He's exchanged nudes with underage teens. He's shown porn to minors. He is not safe. He's a manipulator." All claims are alleged. Also listed is an Imager link, which leads to various chats made between Orange and Beeble in 2020, following the initial livestream. Now in this video, she discusses a bunch of alleged horrible things Beeble has done to not just her, but various other underage girls over the years.
He's very smart, and he targets people who are vulnerable, people who are sheltered, people who have personal home struggles. He goes after people specific, he has a group of people that he goes after. I will very happily tell my story once again. I was a 15-year-old who was on TinyChat, and I had a group of my own, and shortly thereafter starting TinyChat, I made a YouTube channel in association with that TinyChat, and it got posted on 4chan, and so he found me through 4chan, and we began talking on TinyChat. That is when we came to the idea of making videos together on a guy who's obsessed with this teenage girl. But that was all just play. That was all fake. That was all pretend. But then he started to do things behind the scenes that were real. Filming me without my permission at any time crosses a boundary with me, especially if you then post it online for the whole world to see when I'm a vulnerable child who was tired in bed. Using an application and making a model of me and then making a Beeblefoxx model of himself and engaging in sexual activity and then posting that online crosses a threshold with me. Or sending me a school uniform and then asking me to show off for you in it also crosses a boundary for me. You don't do those things to children.
She also makes reference to a drunken live stream where another story is told of someone falling victim to Beeble. She does say though that she has possession of it. 2 other videos are made about this throughout 2021, which I will of course play clips of.
So yes, the current Beeblefoxx channel is not the original channel. It was not created in 2013. He'd been doing this for a little bit longer than that. He'd been talking to me in 2012. That's when we met. Don't even remember abusing me. You don't remember sending me porn. You don't remember writing this story about me. There's other references to me I could go through, but I'm not. You said you had nobody else to atone for, nobody else to say sorry to. You didn't say sorry to the people to begin with. You lied about that. You never made amends with anybody. You were lying the entire time. Nobody ever forgave you for what you did to them. Nobody, none of us, not a single one of us forgave you, ever. You just kept us away from each other so we couldn't tell one another. But we all know now, it's up. You're still gonna keep doing it if you don't stop because you don't see anything wrong with what you're doing. You're gonna keep doing it because you don't think you're wrong. You're gonna keep hurting little girls and you're not gonna care. You're gonna keep blaming them and saying it was their fault. You did that to the other girl. It does matter that he is going after teenagers, but it doesn't matter that you were 18 or 19. He still hurt you. He still abused you. So it doesn't matter. He physically abused you. It's not a competition on who got abused worse. The point is that we all got hurt by the same exact fucking man. He hurt all of us. You deserve just as much support and care and love and justice that the rest of us deserve.
Now you may remember me bringing all this up around a year ago in the YouTube horror community iceberg. Not just the topic of Beeble, but Orange's allegations. I apologize for how long this video took to make since then. I should have made it much sooner than this, but it's a hard topic to research and I probably messed up somewhere. Please let me know in the comments and I will give some attention. I tried reaching out to Orange in the comments of one of her videos to verify things, but as of recording this, no word. Beeble is a horrible person, masking his behaviors through an ARG and victimizing vulnerable teenage girls into doing what he wants. I hope this video brings more attention to the topic, as a continuation of what Scare Theater really should have done. Beeblefoxx is a monster, and I hope further can be done to expose him.
So if there's any other people out there who have gone through anything like this, please reach out to me. I'm more than happy to hear your story and to be the voice to listen to. Again, you're not insane. You're not crazy. Like, I'm here for you. And we're trying to do something about this. We are stronger together. So we should stay together. Because if we're together, I feel like something can actually change. We might be able to do something about this. If not, at least get him removed from the platform completely. He doesn't deserve to have any type of platform, and he shouldn't be in contact with any teenagers. Especially not giving them life advice. Not with how things turned out. Anyways, thank you all for listening. And I really, I hope that we do this. We get through this. All right, y'all. Peace out. Stay positive.